afternoon and welcome to another edition of Style Speaks. This is Ronald Byrd. I have a very special guest waiting to talk to you today on this glorious day at the Ronald Reagan Building, Federal Triangle Center, downtown DC. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to Mr. Marcus Washington. How you doing?
How you doing, my man?
All right,
Thank
good to
you
see
for
you.
having me. Thank you for having
Absolutely, good to finally meet you.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes.
Where are you from? Tell everybody where you're from.
me. From Silver Spring originally. Moved to Rockville. I've been living there for about 3 years.
Okay.
Silver Spring is definitely my home. Definitely my home stomping ground.
Okay, a little Marylander.
Yeah.
Okay, well I do talk to some people from Maryland. You know, you don't have to necessarily be from DC. So you're lucky you made the cut. And Silver Spring is not that far away. You're not that far away. So have you lived in any other part of? Have you lived in any place other than Maryland?
Nah, my mom, she is from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
We usually go there once a summer. That's the only place I've ventured to.
Okay.
But I love it. I feel like the hospitality over there is just so huge compared to here. You'll have somebody literally pull over just to help you change your tire, and here you probably have somebody just look at you like you're crazy.
Oh, well, don't say that. Maybe in Silver Spring, but some parts of DC you're gonna get some neighborhood love.
That is true. That is true. No, we're not down south.
Yeah, don't put that flavor. We're gonna have to cut that little piece out. I don't know. We don't like that.
No. We taping? We're taping right now? Oh, man.
What do you think we're standing here? This is the interview
man.
right here, brother. And we don't cut, so
We
all
don't
that's in
cut.
there.
Oh, dang.
It's
Dang.
okay. We'll
I'm sorry,
allow
Uncle.
We'll allow you to redeem yourself.
Please, yes.
So you've never lived in any other part of the. Okay, so obviously you're gonna be here while you like it.
Yeah. No, I'm loving it. DC shows a lot of love to their artists. Over by the Bohemian Cavern, they have open mics down there. Over by the Busboys and Poets, I'm seeing a lot of love.
Okay.
I'm receiving a lot of love. I'm giving back a lot of love. They have a lot of talent in DC that's not really found out.
Okay.
Still alive is under the surface. Wale, of course, everyone knows Wale. Wale made it out, but there's a lot of more artists that are out here that really need shine on, and I'm getting to meet a lot of people. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay. Well, before we get into the mood, he trying to run my little my interview here. He getting all into the music. I ain't even got into the music for you. But what's your sign?
My sign, I'm a Virgo.
Okay. I don't know too much about your little controlling. But anyway, we'll get into the whole style piece, and then we're going to go back to the music.
Okay.
And as I interview people on the streets of DC and invite special guests like yourself, it's always very interesting to me how people kind of define their own personal style. I mean, you kind of have I like your little, and you're a young man, so I like the little casual, laid back look that you present. But where does that come from? And your family's from the islands, but you probably have a whole relaxed feel about yourself.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, what's one word that you would kind of categorize yourself, your style image?
I would definitely say neo soul. It's definitely where I'm trying to go as far as style. I feel like a lot of days now you can categorize an artist as far as the coat they wear, or how fitting the jeans are, how slick the shoes are, even the type of style of hat. I feel like a lot of it can get lost, and you can't differentiate them with their music really once you see their style and see their music. So
Okay.
I'm really just trying to get my neo soul on,
Okay.
That's
That's interesting how to differentiate the two, because a lot of people really, maybe they kind of overexpose the overall look, their presentation, as opposed to the art, their voice or their instrument being their voice, or if they play a musical instrument. So a lot of people may tend to overshadow the appearance as opposed to their real talent. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
I totally feel that.
Okay. So, well, I think it's kind of good that, so is that where the whole understated kind of casual look comes from with you? Why don't you fit into that? I've seen some pictures of you performing, and you're usually very laid back, very, bohemian chic kind of demeanor. So obviously that whole flashy and glitz and bling and all that stuff is not something that kind of works for you. It's not your own personal style.
I definitely would say I'm not flashy. I love for my style to be super laid back, because then I feel like that gives way more of a platform for the music, and everything else to speak for itself, really. And because at the end of the day, I'm honestly just a normal guy, and I'm just trying to make it just like anybody else is. So I want to display myself, exactly like that. I ain't trying to put up no front. What you see is what you get. and I try to give it all every time.
Well, what do you think about artists that maybe think the opposite, that it is important to look the role, look the part with the bling and the jewelry, and the clothes and the style and the flash, who also has talent? I mean, I guess that's their own individual sense of style, and that's their own, thing they want to do as far as how they want to present themselves. But what do you think? What's your perception about people who kind of over-exaggerate their look?
I love it. I'm accepting of any style and all styles.
Do you prejudge? I mean, going in as an artist, when you see that on the stages, and you see like the ads and you see all the flash and the bling, does that give you a preconceived notion about what the product will actually be, or do you discriminate in that way? I mean, honestly speaking.
See, that's my problem. I've been going to church and I've been praying a lot. I've been, trying to not judge.
Okay,
but
okay.
I can't help. I do have my human
absolutely.
tendencies. What irks me sometimes is that I will see the flashiness, but then the music doesn't come up to par with the flashiness. So that's the only thing that makes me kind of twist my head a little bit, toward any artist. But I always give people that initial chance, and I think that's very important. I love to see flashy people, and then their style and the music speaks totally different to it. And I've seen some of the most rugged-looking MCs come up and have this like unorthodox style that's straight up like, I do not care about being flashy. I don't care about rapping as far as like cussing or the mainstream quotation marks.
Right.
And I love that. I love seeing the rugged style and seeing that style really speak. So again, thank you for having me on this, because this is a opportunity, I feel like, to really let my style speak, and I really want to thank you.
He said style speak. All right, I like the way he incorporated that in. Okay, we like him. We like him. We're gonna buy his new CD. But well, that's very, very well said. And I didn't pay him to put the style speaks piece in there yet. I ain't got no money. But that was very well said, and I appreciate your honesty and your feedback on that. Well, having said that, what do you think? I mean, we talked about your upbringing, and I mean, were there any influences? I like to find out sometimes too, because we kind of create and develop our own style, and that's not necessarily based on what we do, but what we are surrounded with, or our upbringing, or what was in the household. Our uncles, our fathers, our big brothers, kind of emulate certain styles. Or who were some of your influences? And after you answer that question, maybe who would you compare to as far as style sense, not singing style sense, but style sense that we would actually know in the field?
I would definitely say one of my biggest influences is my grandpa.
Okay.
He always had this motto.
He said grandpa.
Grandpa, yeah. He's from Alabama.
Okay.
So
grandpa.
Yeah, my grandpa. Unfortunately, he did pass away about like a month and a half ago. But he was dealing with leukemia. He was a soldier though till the end. Till the end, he still remembered my name and everything, with all the Alzheimer's and everything. Still remember my name. I even got a chance to sing for him, which was a really emotional experience for me.
I'm sure,
because he's never really heard me sing. So that was an eye-opening experience. But other than him, I would definitely say Anthony Hamilton, John Legend, Musiq Soulchild. I definitely try to emulate their fashion sense, because they're just, I can't even,
Right.
their style speaks for itself.
Well, absolutely, and that was really cool. And I mean, I think of all the three names you gave, John Legend is really the fashion diva of the three, if you will. I mean, because he's always kind of photographed, and he's kind of known, a lot of his images, what he wears. I mean, he wears the fitted suits. I mean, he's well put together, and he does get into and kind of present the whole. He's sitting at the front lines of the fashion shows and all that. So he definitely gives that. So it's interesting that you say. So do you like dressing up? I know this is pretty much your look and your style, but I mean, do you like dressing up in suit and ties, and do you like that whole, is that a comfortable place for you? He's like,
No, it is fun. I do have to wear suit and ties a lot to host weddings and corporate events and bar mitzvahs. So, I do get tired of wearing them sometimes, but I always love a good three-piece. I love the vest.
Okay,
I gotta get the whole thing on if I'm gonna get the whole thing on.
Okay. Oh, well, cool. Okay, well, getting back to the music piece, I mean, you're definitely a triple threat. I mean, you have a lot of things going, and you probably have many more talents that maybe we can't talk about on Style Speaks, but I'll let that go. But I saw a couple of your pictures on Facebook. I don't know. I'll ask you about that later. But But
I don't know. I'm interested.
which one got away? Which one you talking about,
Yeah,
Mr. Bird? But based on your many talents and singing, I think it looks like you're most comfortable, and you know you are a dancer as well. But it looks like your singing is kind of standing out front for you. So where do you fall in your many talents? What do you concentrate on the most? I'll let you answer that.
Oh, dang!
Ooh, did I stump you? Was that a good question?
That's a really good question.
Ronald, that's a really good question.
Hold on a second.
Go back.
I would definitely say singing is definitely up there.
Okay.
Past singing is definitely freestyling. MCing. As far as I wouldn't consider myself
Dancing, you said?
No, I wouldn't even dancing. Yes, I
You
would.
said singing, and then what did you say?
Singing and freestyling.
Okay.
Freestyling, rapping. More
Okay,
so.
okay, I see.
I feel like I wouldn't consider myself a rapper. I would consider myself more of an MC because I feel like that was the pioneer rapper.
Okay.
Before the MC got to run.
Right.
I feel like definitely MC would definitely display exactly what I'm trying to say as far as, my talents. At least right now. Singing is definitely, made me feel like, okay, I need to be more versatile as far as the industry nowadays. And you got Drake coming out. And before Drake came out early, to me, there wasn't really anybody that was, doing singing and rapping and
I see.
was able to, mix it. Other than Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is the all-time guru of that.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting. I didn't expect you to say that because I guess most of the photographs and the images I've seen of you have been singing, and I've actually heard some of your performances. So, and you sing well, you sound great, and usually people stand. If you have a voice, that usually kind of guides everything else. Everything else kind of secondary. I dance. Okay, I MC. Okay, I do this, but I sing. So that's interesting that you kind of gave that response. Well, I mean, you talked about the whole style and how people that you would kind of be in the same category with. So who would you say you sound like? Those same artists that you mentioned before, or what? Before we get a little sample, a little later.
I would definitely say I sound a little bit like John Legend. I like that raspiness that he has in his music. Other than that, I always try to take myself away from comparing myself to certain people. I saw an interview with Indian Ari and Oprah the other day.
Yeah.
And she was saying
on Super Soul Sunday. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yeah. I was watching Oprah with my mom. Hi, mom. How you doing?
It's okay to say you was watching Oprah by yourself. You ain't got to put mom in there.
No, mom. She changed it from MTV Jam, so I was like, all right, you know what? Spend some quality time. But it was tight. Indian Ari, she was saying how she doesn't like to compare herself to people. Right. I really like that. And I took from that, I'm not trying to compare myself to anybody. What you hear is what you hear. And if you like it, then you like it.
Absolutely. Well, I guess it's pretty much from other people's perspective. You hear feedback, or he sound like, I guess you would be uncomfortable saying that, and I'm sure I would say the same thing, but as far as the buzz or who people have compared you to. So I guess that's what I was kind of looking for, and you definitely answered that. Well, I mean, how long have you been singing?
Seriously, every day for about 3 years.
Oh, okay. So this is fairly kind of new for you.
Fairly kind of new for me.
Oh, okay.
I always messed around with it, but I recently just started taking it really seriously, diligently, rehearsing scales every single day. Trying to do it.
Well, you sound pretty good for somebody who just kind of started. So did you do the MC rapping thing before that? Or what kind of came first, or the dancing thing?
The rapping definitely came
that
first.
That sun is trying to beam out here right here.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Okay. Well, we're going to get out the sun in a minute, but we going to sweat through it for right now.
Yeah, I would definitely say freestyling started me off. Rapping started me off.
Okay.
Until the end of high school, I always thought singing was kind of stupid. And then, after high school, I suddenly realized, I was like, oh, girls really like singers.
Yeah, okay. They kind of, the singers are the popular dudes. You know what I'm saying?
So, after that, I kind of blossomed into a singer. to be honest, in high school, I was, you know, the nerdy guy, you know what I'm saying?
Little geek kind of
yeah,
sort of.
I was the geek.
I can see a little bit of that,
yeah,
but you done blossomed a little bit.
Yeah,
You
a little
cool
bit.
now.
Thank
You done earned your cool points, but I can see, I can see that in you though. For
Thank
real.
you, man. Thank you. I feel like that gives our music a little bit
Yeah.
more humbleness to it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
Oh,
trying
well.
to definitely reach out to the outsiders, to the outcasts, the people that don't think, you know, this music's made for them. I'm making it for y'all specifically, you know. Y'all are more important to me than the normal people that are, you know, doing this stuff. I really care about the people that are struggling and the people that, you know, that are really, you know, trying to reach that next level. And, you know, they're either being held back by thoughts of other people, you know, being put down, and, you know, just how the world is. The world, I feel like, is honestly kind of negative sometimes, a lot of the time, and we need those positive people that honestly smile
Right.
throughout the day and smile at the meanness to get through that moment and to let people know you're not going to break my spirits. I'm a real strong. That's really corny. Can we take that out?
No, we're not. I'm about to shed a tear over here. If you can see it through the perspiration that's coming down my face. We gonna keep that in most definitely. We gonna have a little violin playing in there. We gonna edit that. Put a little music in there. Well, okay. Well, tell me a little bit about where you perform and where can we find you and what are you working on? What's your ventures? What's up with you?
Okay.
Because you got so many things going on, so it's hard to kind of concentrate. I thought you were going to really concentrate more on the singing, but where's the dancing falling in? I know you are you still with the dance company group?
Yes, I'm with them.
Tell us a little bit about that.
They're incorporated with Joy Motion Team. We're gonna make it. Shout out to all them. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all watching, y'all should be watching.
Make sure they
Y'all better be watching. That's my that's my crew. They're incorporated with Joy Motion. We perform many places in DC. I think it was the 14th Street Festival. We performed there. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
8th Street.
Yeah, 8th Street. Yeah, it was off 8th Street. They're awesome though. We have like maybe 5 dudes, 10 chicks. They are all fierce, real fierce. Shout out to my man Tree. Shout out to Lauren. She's awesome. She's our artistic director. And we're really a spiritual-based group. Gary Buford, he's our head coordinator. He's over at ATL doing this thing. Shout out to him. But he's definitely at the forefront of this movement that we're trying to make. We're a dance company that's kind of, again, I'll say, wrapped around with the spiritualness of, you know, bringing God behind our movement and trying to display that to the community in a positive sense.
Okay.
So that's definitely something I'm jumping in full-heartedly to. And, you know, I love them. They're really honestly like my second family. So, yeah.
Well, sounds like you got your hands into a lot of things. So we just gonna have to, you know, keep watching you to see what you do.
Yep.
And so what you working on next, and tell everybody how can we find you?
Okay. Well, I'm working on right now. This EP is going to drop in December. It's real serious. It's going to be different because I have a lot of.
Now, what's an EP for us old school folks that don't follow all that language?
It's just like the beginning.
I know what it is. But
Okay. Just for those people, I'm gonna inform you. I'm gonna break it down.
EP.
The EP or the LP, as some people like to call it.
Now, I know what that be, the LP.
Yeah,
I got a lot of LPs.
I mean, I feel like EP is just a fancy way of saying mixtape. I might be wrong.
Oh, okay. No.
It sounds more official than saying
I'm
mixtape,
trying
I
to give
feel
my
like.
audience, you know, a lesson, you know, because I'm not going to assume that they know what you're talking about.
Yeah, very
Okay,
true.
go ahead.
But EP's just a cool way of saying mixtape. That's just, you know, a compilation of the beginning of the album to me. My EP is going to connect to my album in such a way you can play both of them together and you can feel the connection throughout that.
Okay.
So that's about to drop in December. It's about to be insane. I got rapping, I got singing on that. Dancing's gonna fall into place. I want to answer your question. Dancing's gonna fall into place a lot more performances. I honestly, when I started out, I just wanted to be singing and maybe just groove a little bit. But as time goes on, you're gonna see me do a lot
That's
more
gonna
stuff.
cost me a little extra.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see me do a lot more stuff as far as dancing goes. You're gonna see me be dancing a lot more on stage, just because I don't want to give everyone the full thing yet. You know?
Okay.
I feel like you gotta give people baby steps. You give them all of it. They're like, man, oh, he Chris Brown.
Stay in the frame.
He Chris Brown and Drake. You know what I'm saying? And, but yeah, I don't want people to, you know, just I feel like if I give them everything at once, they easily can compare me to somebody and easily, you know, put me in a category. So, you know, I like to be spontaneous.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah, keep it fresh, definitely.
Well, that's a really, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That's a really good move you're making there. Trying to incorporate it all, kind of to be a little different, kind of, you know, keep it, not to be pigeonholed and be put in a box and classified as one thing or the other. So that's what's going on new. So, I mean, where are you going to be performing next? And then where can we find you? What's your website and Facebook and all that? Tumblr, whatever information you want to give out, your phone number. I asked somebody to give out the phone number on here.
Really?
Like, did you really do that?
No.
Yeah, they
Oh
did.
my
They said, my
God.
number is 555-555-555.
No, I would definitely, I would say y'all can find me on Instagram, MACWASHY00, or you can follow me on Twitter at SmoothWithIt, WITIT. Don't ask me why I spelled it.
Hence why I picked him for the Smooth as Silk. This is the Smooth, I didn't say that at the top, but this is Style Speaks Smooth as Silk edition in October. So he just kind of confirmed why I picked him, because I didn't know that that was a part of your address.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I didn't know that, but I
just
see you fit. You know, see how good I am. You know, that was my
This is
perception.
the man right here. You gotta get hooked up with this man right here. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah, I would definitely say find me there. I'm performing tonight at Jose's Grill. That's right off Georgia, right near Wheaton Mall. I'm incorporated also with Mango Brown. That's my promoter, my man.
Certified
homie.
Flirt.
Yeah, Certified Flirt. Shout out to Certified Flirts. We're gonna be doing a lot of party trips.
He's been on my show, you know?
Yes,
I've been
yes.
with him, yeah.
He's also has a lot of style. That's my boy right there. You'll see him come up with the bow tie and the vest just like it's nothing. And that's my homie. That's my man's right there. So you definitely gotta look out for him, because you know, wherever he goes, wherever he has a show, you can definitely see me performing at it. Shout out to my man Daniel Pinkney. That's my main accompaniment. He plays guitar, also piano, and he's gonna be behind a lot of the beats that you hear as well. Jonathan Cronkite, shout out to One Son, Abandoned Nation, affiliated, you know. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I don't even want to talk it up too much, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather y'all just, you know,
While you giving all these shout outs, let's get a little sample of what you want to sing something, or you want to rap something? What do you prefer? You want to sing a little something?
I'll sing a little something.
Okay, and then we're going to close it out.
Okay. With you it feels like time doesn't exist for a moment, if only for a moment. I could make you feel the same way, just for a moment. It'll only take a moment to.
All right. We got a little audience back here, so we got some people clapping going on. Well, thank you so much, Marcus. I really appreciate your time. Absolutely. Well, this has been our Smooth as Silk edition, part 1, with Marcus. And until the next time, I want to say, have a safe day. Love yourself. From Style Speaks.